Hey all, Tony Bing here. Hello and welcome to another in-depth review for Marvel Strike Force. Now in tonight's video, I'm pretty excited to say we'll be having a look at the awesome Deadpool because the pretty great alliance I'm in at the moment, the Marvel Heroes Strike Force, which is a lot of ex-Marvel Heroes players. We managed to 100% the level 60 and that was enough to get the shards to get them unlocked, so awesome stuff there really. Now in this video we will be having a look at where you go to unlock Deadpool as well as his tags. This is relevant as to what campaigns he can help out in and other synergies with characters. We then look at his stats, we'll follow that up by having a look at his abilities. Next up we have a more in-depth look at synergies. We look at characters you can pair up with and characters you want to avoid, and then finally we check out the tier list to see where places in that as well. But first off we'll have a look at where you go to unlock him and also his tags. Just before we have a look at his tags and also where you go to unlock or read out his description, it's pretty awesome. It's a magical unicorn who specialises in stab shooting vulnerable targets. That sounds like it sums up Deadpool perfectly. Now the humour they've got here and also the animations for him and the humour throughout the cutscenes is absolutely spot on. They really have nailed it with him. Now looking at the tags, we have Hero, Global, Bio, Brawler, Mutant and Mercenaries. Now there's only a few of these that are really that relevant. You've got the Mercenary, there's quite a lot of pair ups you can do with that, and then you've got the Mutant one, which I'm sure in time will become more relevant as we get more X-Men characters. We actually have Cable coming next week and a Blitz, so I can't wait for that. In regards to where you go to unlock them, you've firstly got the Legendary event which is on at the moment, and through that you can get round about between, I think it's 66 and a maximum of 82 shards. As always, I always get the lowest. I only got 66 there, but I unlocked them anyway, so I'm not going to complain. To get the remaining shards, because he unlocks at 3 stars, which is 100 shards, you need to do the Deadpool raids, and they come in two varieties. One which is nice and easy, and then you've got the level 61, which is really pretty difficult, but it provides awesome rewards for it. Now with that covered anyway, what we'll do is we'll have a look at his stats. For the stats here then, we have 6 in total to look at, so we have 3 offensive stats and also 3 defensive stats. Now the rating we use here is A to F, and I've come up with that by looking at all the hero stats within the game and removing the outliers. I then break down the difference between the minimum and maximum of a particular stat into the 6 different categories, and that gives us the A to F rating. Now we'll start off by looking at his offensive stats. As a brawler class then, Deadpool really does pretty good from an offensive point of view. His damage is way up at B, so he's not quite as high as the likes of Iron Man or Rocket Raccoon, but his base numbers are very nice, and he actually has nice multipliers as well. His speed is B, so that's great for getting his attacks off nice and quick. His focus is E, that's relevant to him applying debuffs. He does apply bleed, and that's actually to minions. I've not actually seen any instances where I've had problems applying that bleed to a minion. Now when we look at additional parts of his kit that tie in with the offensive side of things, he's got crit versus minions on his bonus attack on his basic, which is really nice, and he also has bleed versus minions as well for one of his attacks. But with that covered anyway, what we'll do is we'll now have a look at the defensive side of things. Deadpool as a character then, similar to Wolverine, he's very well known for his regeneration abilities, and they have built that into his kit very nice. Now the actual flat stats, his health is C, so very much middle of the road, armour is E, and resistance is E. Now although resistance is low, that's not a bad thing, because when we look at his abilities we'll see that he has an option in his kit where when he has a debuff on him he can cleanse it and heal as a result of it, so that's really nice and it's something quite unique. When we look at additional parts of the defensive side of things, you've got the fact that he can get regenerate on kill on his special move. You've got the heal when he cleanses himself. We'll look at that more when we do check out the abilities. And he also has revive in his kit as well, so really nice there. So really good start then for the Merc with a Mouth when it comes to the defensive and offensive side of things. But let's now have a look at his abilities. For his abilities here, we have 4 in total we'll look at. We've got the basic, special, ultimate and also the passive. Now, recently within the game they changed it so we can only see up to level 6 with a skill, but the cap is level 7. Now, via msf.gg we can actually see what the level 7 skills are. So when I bring up the tooltip, I will still show off the skill at level 7, but what I'll do as well is I'll let you know how high you want to level the particular skill. Now, the first one that we do look at, this is the passive. This is called Merc with a Mouth. So with this, on turn you clear all negative effects from self and you heal, and this is at max level, for a whopping 15% per negative effect removed, which is really incredible. You also have a revive in it, which is more of a flavour add-on more than anything else. This is 5% chance to revive for 10% of max health, so it's pretty low. You won't see it proc offering, but it's nice when you do see it to see Deadpool getting back up after taking a beating. Regards to how high you want to take this one, you want to max it out because that 15% per debuff that you cleanse really is incredible. For the basic, we have another awesome ability here. The animation is great on it as well. This is called Dual Pistols. With this you attack the primary target for 220% damage and you have a pretty huge 80% chance to bonus attack for 170% damage. With this bonus attack it always crits versus minions as well, so that's really nice in the likes of raids or story mode where you're facing minions on a regular basis. Now, regarding how high to take it, personally I love Deadpool. I will max this out once I get the chance, but if you take it up to level 5 you'll retain 80% chance for the bonus attack. You still get 170% damage in the bonus attack, and all that happens is you lose 50% damage on the primary attack. So even at level 5, if you get the bonus attack, you're still doing 340% damage on a basic, and if it's against a minion it's critting as well. Now, final thing I'll mention, which is really nice, because the chance the bonus attack is so high, I've been using this very often, and you'll target a character that may have evade, and what he does is he shoots the first set of attacks, eats up the evade and gets rid of it, and then that second bonus attack, and if it's against a minion then crits and takes him out. It's a really lovely sight to see when that does happen. Been noticing a trend here, but once again we have another awesome skill. This one's called Bounty Hunter. Now, it takes 5 turns to charge and it comes with 3 charges, so you can use it after a few rounds. With this you attack the most injured target for 550% damage, which is a huge amount, and it ignores the taunt. So what that means is you've got a glass cannon character you need to take down, their health is low, the enemy tank then taunts. In most instances you need to take down the tank or you need to debuff or cleanse them. Now, what Deadpool can do is ignore the taunt in that tank and he'll auto target the enemy with the lowest health. This is fantastic, and I found a few instances in the short playtime I've had today where this has really saved my life, so it's a fantastic skill. Now, on top of all this, if the enemy is killed, which in most instances it will be because their health is low and you're doing so much damage, you gain regeneration as well, so that's great. Finally, I'll mention with this skill you want to max it out. For every level you go up you gain an additional 60% damage, so maxing it out will give you that whopping 550% damage there. But great skill, and you've also got that amazing animation on it as well where he dances towards the enemy and then they get all dazed and he shoots them with a shotgun. It really is great. For the final skill we have another awesome one here. This is called Hack and Slash. It's 4 turns to charge and comes fully charged. With this you attack the primary target for 260% damage and you rebound chain 3 to 4 additional targets for 200% damage. If the target is a minion you apply bleed, so it can be really nice for finishing any minions off that you've tagged. Now, you want to max this skill out because if you stop at level 6 then you actually lose primary target damage as well as additional target damage. Now, when I was reading out the tooltip, I'm not sure if you noticed, but generally skills just say chain, they don't say rebound chain, so this is a new mechanic. So the best way I can think to explain it is, let's say there's only 2 characters left and Deadpool's going against them. So what happens is he'll hit the first target, he will then hit the second target. Now, he can bounce back to that first target again, and that could be your 3 chains, but he has a chance to bounce back again for a 4th time. So that would mean if there's 2 targets left, he could get up to 4 chains, hitting both targets twice, as well as the primary attack damage in the first instance as well. I'm not going to try the maths off the top of my head right now because I'll get it wrong if I do try that, but it's a really awesome skill and I hope we see more characters with this rebound chain added into their kit. So with the abilities covered anyway, what we'll now do is have a look at his synergies. When we look at characters that Deadpool can work well with, this doesn't look like the most exhaustive list, but that's because he can actually work with about any other character in the game. He really is that good, he can add value to any team. Now, characters in particular that have a little bit of synergy going on, it's normally down to the mercenary tag or the mutant tag. You've got Cable first. Now, on Cable's ultimate, Deadpool will actually do an additional attack, meaning more damage, and they fill up their turn meter quicker if they kill the target. Cable also has an ability tag counter and has a higher chance for it to apply to another mutant character, so that'd be Wolverine or Deadpool at the moment. You've then got Korath, and he has on his special the chance which is weighted towards a mercenary character for them to actually assist them, so that can work nice because Deadpool's basic is so nice. Kingpin, you've also got the weighted assist on mercenaries, and it's nice to give Deadpool the defense up and also the offense up as well. And then you've got the Merc Lieutenant. He can do a harder hitting heal when we look at his passive. Rather than 20%, it's 30% if it procs on a mercenary such as Deadpool. And then finally you've got Bullseye, who can provide additional crit damage, so that would work out quite nice when you look at Deadpool's basic, which has got the guaranteed crit on minions on the bonus attack there. Now, with that covered anyway, we'll look at characters you want to avoid. When it comes to characters you want to avoid, he really doesn't have many weaknesses at all here. Now, ones that I don't list but I will mention because they are relevant is, if he was slowed down by Quake for example, it wouldn't be great that he's slowed because it would last until the end of his turn, but when his turn comes round, he'll then cleanse that slow and get a up to 15% heal as a result of it, so that sounds like a pretty nice trade-off there. Now, you also have the fact that if he's going up against summons and there's numerous summons out and a few of them are on lower health, then what can happen is that if you use the special skill, you could potentially waste it on a summon that has minimal health when you want to use it on another character. However, you can easily work your way around this by using the ultimate first with the chain rebound to take out any summons. That's the reason I'm not listing them. Now, at a push, characters that may give him trouble are characters that would have high armour, because he doesn't have Pierce in his kit at all. I did tell you this was at a push here, so that would include Luke Cage and Captain America in that list. But with that now covered, we'll see where he places on the tier list. For this tier system here then, we have 5 different ratings, the most powerful characters being on the left. That's the Omega rated characters, and as we go from left to right, the characters get weaker until we're all the way down at level 1. Now, Deadpool is possibly my new favourite character in the game, so without a doubt I would say he's an Omega level character. If you look at all the positives he's got, you've got the fact that all 4 of his abilities are absolutely awesome. He's got his high speed, which means he can get those abilities off even quicker. He's great in story mode and raids due to the high amount of minions that are in them. He actually has really nice survivability for a brawler class due to all the regen he has in his kit. He's great for finishing off troublesome glass cannons when tanks throw up their taunts. And then finally you've got the new mechanic, the rebound and chain on him, which is really nice as well. Now, when we look at the downsides, there's really not many, and this was a struggle. We've got the section that we looked at, the synergies, where you've got the high armour tanks. It can give him a little bit of a problem, but the fact that he can ignore the taunt on them, as I say, it was a stretch putting that in. And you've got the fact that he will be a slow farm because he is only available in the raids at the moment. But other than that, absolutely incredible character. Completely in love with him, I really am. I love the animations on him, I really love what they've done in regards to his regen. They've not made it like Wolverine where it's just a simple flat regen, they've added a nice twist on it, and then you've got all these awesome animations as well. So he really is absolutely fantastic, and hopefully if you've not unlocked him, you can get him unlocked sooner rather than later. Now, that is another in-depth review done, so I think it's maybe number 23 or 24, so we've not got too many more to go. The next one will be Daredevil, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.